Well, for a look now at what's making news in print and online this morning, we're joined by author and ABC radio presenter Lisa Leong. Good morning and welcome.
Great to have you, Lisa. Good morning.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
So a story, of course, we are following right through today. ABC is the emergency broadcaster. Of course, it is Cyclone Ilsa.
I'm wearing my emergency broadcaster hat on this morning. So I've covered bushfires and I've covered floods as an emergency broadcaster. And one of the things that I really noticed is that it is a confusing time.
Yeah.
So that confusion means that your senses, they sort of play tricks on you. So you might look at something and think it's calm, whereas actually, as you know, when we talk about extreme weather events, it's not calm, and you can't just think, okay, I can believe that. Even things like waves, they have, greater power than you might expect. And so in that time when you've got a bit of a fear response happening as well, just that sense of trying to get as much information as you can as possible, and that's why that battery-powered radio,
Yes,
where you're really just trying to get the most information and sticking to your plan a little bit and just taking in that extra information is really important.
It is important, and it underscores the importance of the ABC, radio, TV, online, being the emergency broadcaster in situations like this. So we are tracking the cyclone as well. Speaking of information, it is patchy, as you rightly say, because comms are down in some parts of WA. We can tell you the Pardew Roadhouse, we're told, has suffered significant damage, Pardew being one of the areas near where the cyclone hit with full force at Category 5. We are hoping to speak to one of the owners or one of the workers on a cattle property in the area nearby, but as Lisa says, comms are pretty difficult, and that is the situation, isn't it?
And it's the community part as well. So in these moments, knowing that your neighbours are there, seeing if you can keep those lines of communication open and really coming together as a community. And, we're there too. So we're there to make sure that everyone feels connected in these times. So you're not alone.
Well said.
Yes, and I guess it's one of those things as well. You were talking about trying to take in all that information, staying calm, and they may think that the weather has passed now in those areas on the coast, but the red alert's still in place. They still need to stay indoors and still need to...
And that's where some of the damage can really be done, is in those moments, as I said, where your senses tell you, has it passed? And you're listening and you're watching, but actually you've just got to stay up to date. And, in those moments after too.
Port Hedland, of course, near the cyclone hitting landfall as well. So we'll stay across the situation at Port Hedland as well. Let's switch gears. I've been loving this series in The Age and it's going on all around Australia. Working from home becoming less common in some workplaces, people being encouraged to come back to work. But a lot of people saying, no, I quite like working from home, Lisa.
Yeah, so this is the other hat that I'm going to be wearing. So I do a show called This Working Life, where we look about, work, and everyone's been enjoying really working from home. So how do we entice people back into the office? What are we going to do? What would you find attractive about coming back into the workplace? Because it's not what it once was.
No. Well, sadly, we don't have a choice. We have to come into... I shouldn't have used sadly. We love coming into the studio every morning to present News Breakfast, so we are a bit atypical in the sense of others. But I do read that big companies, small companies are offering all sorts of incentives for workers.
Bring your pets in. So one of them is allowing people, because maybe through COVID you decided to have a dog to keep you company or a cat, and so enticing people through allowing them to bring their pets to the office is one way.
That'd be great. Have you got a pet, Lisa? And would you bring him into the office?
Buttons, the Labradoodle, and Buttons is here now. No.
Oh, right.
Buttons is very well behaved, although sometimes he has been known to get a little bit crazy.
Oh, right.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? With people may have guessed, I am a little bit frightened of some animals.
Of rabbits, as it turns out.
Through no real reason. Dogs especially, and I think it's partly because I can't anticipate what they're going to do. So when people bring in pets into the office, sometimes I'm okay with it and sometimes I'm not, because especially with pet owners, my dog's so well behaved.
Isn't he or she
they're
great?
really friendly, and you don't know that.
Until they're not friendly.
Yeah, exactly
and so
right.
I think this is the thing, is that we're learning that in the office, one size doesn't fit all. In fact, one size sometimes fits no one. So how do we create that environment? And one of them is they're calling it the clubhouse. So instead of coming to work to do the work that you normally do, they're enticing people back to work because it's about socialising. It's actually about hanging with your work colleagues.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
this
face to
idea of
face, not over a-
clubhouse
yeah.
is a new design which encourages you. It has food, it has places to
now I'm
mingle. Now you're in. Emma's in.
But equally, I was reading a profile on a chap in The Age this morning, working from home. He quite loves it. He gets up 6:30 or so, takes his dog for a walk, comes back home, feeds the dog, has allegedly breakfast, dives into a few emails, does some Zoom meetings, stops for lunch, has another cup of coffee. I can see how that's attractive to people.
Totally.
Ongoing.
Everyone's got their own way of doing things
Yeah.
with circadian rhythms and the way that you might want to work early or you might stay up late. And so now we're discovering that actually I can create my perfect environment at home. So why are we going to go back into the office? That's the question.
That's a very good question, Lisa.
Yeah,
you should bring
it's a very
Buttons
good
in next time. you come on.
Yes,
It'll-
Buttons the Labradoodle.
Yeah, no, Labradoodles are lovely.
Only if Buttons behaves, okay?
Yes, and he's very friendly, of course. Of
course, of course.
Oh, he's really
You'll love
friendly.
him.
Wouldn't hurt a fly.
He's
No,
fine.
Labradoodles are great. Lisa, thank you.
Thank you.
Great to have you on the
Thank you.
breakfast couch. Now, we are staying across the cyclone situations as well. Information coming from Nate very soon. But Tony's here as well to look at the latest in sport.
Yeah, plenty going on in the sporting world. Thanks for coming in, Lisa. I love that suit as well. I'm going to hit up.
Isn't it great?
And see if I can-
Awesome.
and see if I can get myself in one of them because it is, yeah, we
That
were
is
just talking
great.
about it out back. It's unreal. All right, let's get to the basketball.